Once again, the Blue Pharaoh is here back with another thoughts video. Today, I just want to give my thoughts on the acquisitions that are taking place within the gaming landscape. Okay, it seems like the word of the year so far has been acquisitions. Well, maybe not this year, but okay, so little backstory. I did a video a couple months back about Microsoft acquiring Bethesda. Huge acquisition, dollar signs, dollar bill. You know, Xbox talking about money ain't a thing, right? Because they're still trying to get more studios. More recently, Nintendo has acquired Next Level Games, who have worked with them on various projects, various first-party Nintendo projects. So now they brought them on. Shout out to Next Level Games. Hopefully that means that we'll get a new Mario Strikers. It's long overdue. It's long overdue. At any rate, I keep reading things about acquisitions within the game industry. And here's what I think about it. In Nigerian culture, we have a saying. It says, the devil that you know is better than the devil that you don't know. Some of the big names being thrown around are EA, Microsoft, Google, and Amazon. Now, the reason I say that the devil you know is better than the one that you don't know is, let's say Microsoft gets another studio, another acquisition. We can determine, based on what they've done in the past, what they might do with that in the future. The games that this studio makes, they're gonna come to Xbox. They might go to other platforms, a la Minecraft, okay, a la Ori and the Blind Forest, or in the Will of the Wisps, okay. If Amazon were to buy up some publisher, the one that makes Time Splitters is escaping my mind right now, but let's say that they got them or something like that. Like, what platform would they make it for? Would Amazon now enter the game console space? Would it be something that's all digital, like Stadia? And so, like, and so that for me, like, I'm old school. I started gaming in like 1985, 1986. I'll take some of my games being digital, but I will never accept all of my games being digital. Because I see what happens with that, right? If you can't go online and verify that you own the game, so I paid for it. The only verification I need was the money going out of my account. But nah, they're gonna verify to make sure that you bought the game. They could delist the game. And like, you'll just be out of luck. At least for this console generation. I mean, when the Xbox Series Z or whatever they calling their next console is, and the PlayStation 6, you know, when HaHa Davis get off the sticks, whenever those come out, we'll revisit this. Will they accept physical media? Because if if Amazon or Google start buying up video game makers, video game talent, you don't know what they're going to do with that. I want to say it was Amazon that had a game that was supposed to come out and it was trash. So they put it back in like closed beta. We ain't heard from them since. So I don't know. I know this is a little bit of a shorter video, but I just wanted to get my thoughts out about that. I would much rather Microsoft buy up these companies and then just kind of let them continue doing what they were doing than Amazon or Google buying up these companies. And then it's like, well, because we don't know. They don't have a track record, so we can't say nothing. I know I said this would be a short video. I lied. Something else just popped into my head. I've been seeing a lot of stuff again about Cyberpunk. So here's the deal. And I actually mentioned this on my Twitter the other day. We are now at the point where the technology has caught up. When they show gameplay reveals, all that, they could put it in a format where you, the end user, you can download it, play it, do whatever you want to it. Well, maybe not whatever you want. Some of y'all out there, but yeah. Word is that everything they showed about Cyberpunk before it came out wasn't real. And I'm actually over here having a hard time with that, because it's like they took our human nature and used it against us. We are visual creatures. When we see something we like, we be like, yeah, I like that. Just based on the way that it looks. Then we get it in our hands and it's like, I don't really like the way it feels. This is why renting games was a crucial part of my childhood. Like, there was a point in time where I'd rent a game, and if I liked it, then I went to the store and bought the game. And I sent that one back to Blockbuster, Hollywood, whoever I rented it from. But these days, there's one of two ways that people find out what games are like before they buy them. Whenever it's a big release, the internet is flooded with impressions videos, reviews, and that's fine and good, right? Because it's been like that for a long time. It wasn't day and date. You'd get it in the magazine the following issue, and I have no problem reading another person's thoughts, listening to another person's thoughts about a game. But the way that something feels to them is often like that's hard to encapsulate a lot of times. Like, it just feels the way it feels to you. Because you don't have my history. You don't have my pedigree when it comes to gaming. There's certain games that I like. There's certain games that feel good to me. And, the same can be said about you. I can't tell you what to like. I can tell you what I like, but I'm different from you. So one thing I really like is that we have that. I mean, don't get it twisted. I'm not complaining. I like when so sometimes Microsoft will have like free play days, and somebody mentioned this to me on Twitter. I forget the name, but shout out to them. They do the free play days, and you just download the game and you play it like for that weekend. It's almost like a rental, and sometimes it'll be a game that you's actually like thinking about checking out, and that can lead to purchases. But that gets around because see, what happens a lot of times is you can't tell whether you'll like a game just because 9 people on your 10-person block like a game. You could be that one person that doesn't really care for it that much. And then so when we start throwing economics into it, some people only buy like maybe 5 games a year, on top of all the other freebies they get thrown out. Games with gold, PlayStation Plus games, things of that nature. So, but you might have those 5 games that you buy, and like you don't want to waste one of them. So you have like your game that you getting that day one. That's copped. You don't even care. That thing could be on sale for $20 the next month. You don't care. You getting it day one. Fine. But then those other games, and like it might come to a dollar amount. So that's $300 a year on video games, right? But then if you smart about it, you can stretch that $300 by playing it smart. Like I said, that game that came out in February, by April, is 40. By August, it might be 20, maybe, depending on the game. So, like, it's ways that you can stretch your dollar. And I mean, like, if you got it, you got it. Fine, whatever. But, everybody's not like that. Some people like to take their time with games. Some people try to play as many games as they like. But that's what I'm saying. Like, everybody has a different pedigree. Anyway, they said that the E3 presentations were false. And, like, I don't know. They took advantage of the whole situation. And I don't really know what happens for CD Projekt Red now, but I don't know. But I've never played The Witcher, so, people keep talking about, oh, they had all this goodwill from The Witcher, and it was one of the best games ever made, and this, that, and the third, and, it made them feel like Superman, like they could make anything. They could make literal trash and people would buy it. Well, kind of reminds me of one of my favorite movies, Can't Buy Me Love. The dude, he couldn't get no play, so he went to the most popular cheerleader in school, paid her some money to date him for a few weeks, and he was like, "That'll make me popular." And she was like, "Nah," but she was in a bind. She needed the money. She took it from him. He became popular, and the rest, like he was still that same dude. But, now he just had all the eyes looking at him. I kind of feel like that's what happened with CD Projekt Red. I feel like they'll make good on their thing with Cyberpunk, but, in the gaming industry, Like, you only have people's attention for so long until the next big thing is coming out. And the cream will always rise to the top. Like, I don't care what it is. The cream will always rise to the top. So maybe it'll be like a No Man's Sky situation. You know, they fix that game. But like, it's happening too often. These games come out and they're just not what they're advertised to be. And we're at the point now where, like, just give us a demo. Just give us a demo. We'll check it out. You know, they'll do the videos, they'll do the analysis, they'll do everything. Just give us the demo. You know, and E3 could be awesome, you know, and for people who don't even get to go but are interested. Hey, our demo's gonna hit Xbox servers at such and such time. Like, you can even time it. Hey, you can play it for the next 2 hours. Like, I know people would take them up on that. Anyway, I've talked way too long, 16 minutes. Anyway, Blue Pharaoh signing out. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I will catch you on the next one. Deuce.